This is why I shouldn't be banned from NA, genius admins. Okay, so there's a big debacle on NA going on about how everyone is confused about the transform ruling for Lave. And if you seriously think that Bushiroad is wrong about their own game, like the actual R&D, we're not talking about like emails from Bushy, which are by their customer service department and aren't coming directly from the people developing the game. But when you're telling me that the Japanese Q&As and the R&D segments that are written by the people who are designing the game, designing the rules, are wrong, like, what are you even doing, guy? What are you even doing, guy? But this isn't to be condescending. This video's purpose is to explain the Laevateinn rulings, why they work the way they do, so that this is all cleared up. I probably have to make this video anyways, because this stuff is a bit confusing and needs a bit of explanation. So this is why Laevateinn doesn't let you transform, plus some other various stuff. So we're going to be going down the Laevateinn rulings. I'll have the link to the Laevateinn rulings in the description below, so you can go check that out. You'll have to follow the link twice because the first time it will redirect you to the English website, but the second time it should take you to the Japanese website with the link there. That'll show you all the Laevateinn rulings, and you can try and translate it yourself to confirm for yourself. Okay, so question 2089 is the first ruling. When equipped with this card, can the opponent use the ability of Bone Neighbor Pilcator and put a card from my drop zone on my center as a monster? No, they cannot, because Pilcator's ability is actually treated as the opponent calling a monster, as in the opponent of the Pilcator player. So, like, if the Pilcator player has like invitation on the field, they can't use Pilcator's ability. Likewise, if either player has Gate of Dragon on the field, Pilcator's ability can't be used. And here, because you cannot put monsters onto the field, your opponent can't use Pilcator to force you to put something in the center. Then Q2088, 2088, when equipped with this card, using this card's overkill, if there's Sword of the King, Excalibur in the drop zone, and there are 9 or more hero in my drop zone, can I still equip it? Yes, because the 10 or more hero that you need is part of the equip cost, and you ignore that with the overkill. That's pretty obvious. Okay, if you're attacked with this card and you have this card, including items with defense power of 4,000 and defense power of 5,000 equipped, how much power does your opponent need to hit you? If the total attack power of the attacking card is 5,000 or more, they do damage. If you're equipped with items with multiple items with defense, you can do damage if you have a power more than the highest defense value among them. Also, during that battle, all items with defense become in battle. Question 2086. When equipped with 2 copies of this card, how many extra gauge do I have to pay for the equipment cost of cards in my hand? The equip cost will be added twice, so do be careful with equipping multiple Laevateinn, because that will cause you to have everything costing 2 gauge, at the least. When this card and 5 items other than this card are equipped, this card is returned to hand. What happens to the other 5 items? You leave 1 item on the field and put the other 4 pieces into the drop zone. When equipped with this card, you equip an item with equipment change. Can I return 1 item on my field to the hand? Yes, you can. Equipment change is optional. When you're equipped with Laevateinn, and I want to equip the with Auto Deity Laevateinn, the one from the dual chest, does it decrease the gauge from the additional call cost from your Laevateinn equipped, as well as its own call cost, equip cost, sorry. Yes, you can reduce it all the way to 0. This was something I mentioned specifically in the dual chest overview, that this card, the All Deity sword, has some potential value because it's the only sword that can be 0 cost after you've already got Laevateinn on the board. Well, actually, that's not quite true. But we'll get to that in a moment. When equipped with this card, do you pay the equipment cost when equipping Sword of the King Durandal with its ability? Yes, because you have to pay the equip cost when you're using Durandal's abilities, you have to pay 1 gauge and 1 life, and then pay 1 gauge. Right, here it is. When equipped with this card, do you pay the equipment cost if you equip Pridwin from your hand with its counter ability to equip it from the hand? No, you do not pay. So because Pridwin does not say to pay the cost, you do not have to pay the cost that Laevateinn gives it. So Pridwin is actually a free weapon. It can't do any damage, but if you want that defense that Pridwin can enable, you don't have to pay extra gauge to get that on the board. So that's pretty nice. Then is more stuff about the equip cost thing, all pretty basic. Basically what we've already gone over. Okay, when I was already transformed and I equipped this card, what happens to the transform card? The transform card, of course, stays on the field because it is considered an item at this point. When I equip this card when I'm already equipped with items, the item obviously stays. Same rulings as the dual wielding. It's continuous, goes into play before you have to get rid of shit. When equipped with this card, can you transform into a monster with transformation from your hand? No, you cannot. Okay, this is the big one. This is what you're all here for. So, the reason it works this way is because Laeve's actual wording, we had both the wiki and the base border page had it incorrect until today, but it's been fixed on both sites. The actual wording is not you cannot call monsters. The actual wording is you cannot put monsters onto the field. So the reason this makes a big difference is these cannot abilities prevent you from even declaring the action. So with transform, the card is still considered a monster until you've successfully equipped it, at which point it is now treated as an item. This is consistent with the detailed rules page on how transform works. And the reminder text and whatever. This is consistent across the board. It just hasn't come up until now. But it is still treated as a monster until it has been equipped, at which point it becomes an item. But because it is still monster in your hand and you're attempting to put a monster onto the field, you cannot declare the use of transform because of Laevateinn's ability. That is why that works the way it does. You can check the detailed rules or the reminder text of transform. It matches up with this. When you're equipped with this card, can you call a monster? No, you cannot. Obviously, cannot equip with this card when there's a monster on your field. No, you can't. The equip cost says differently. Okay, that is all. I have a proper vlog discussion on something pretty big coming later today, but considering the big debacle happening, I thought it would be good for me to get this video out real quick and clarify everything on this now that we have the Rainbow Striker rulings. So now you are informed on how all the rulings involving Laevateinn work when Rainbow Striker drops in 2 weeks. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll be seeing you next time.